Overnight, the House of Representatives passed the $1,400 third stimulus bill. But Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, left in there a $15 minimum wage that had already been ruled by the Senate parliamentarian as improper. Despite the need to get the $1,400 third stimulus check out fast, Bernie Sanders had championed for the $15 minimum wage inclusion. The president had urged for the swift passage of the $14 third stimulus package right away, but the inclusion of the $50 minimum wage is setting up a Senate battle that no one saw coming less than a few hours ago, with now not one, two, but three backup plans from people like Ron Wyden. Get ready for the first hour of the Noontime Report here on LA.
Headquarters in Santa Monica. This is the Midday Report on LA Late.
Good afternoon. As we approach the Noontime hour here on LA Late. No one saw this coming. No one saw this coming. That suddenly we thought we were at the finish line. We thought we had a bill. We thought that Janet Yellen's promises to us of quick stimulus relief would be coming. And suddenly the $14 third stimulus check package that reportedly on Friday had removed a controversial $15 minimum wage still had it in there. Called for a vote last night and was passed in the House of Representatives. Congratulations. Your $1,400 third stimulus check bill has passed. Congratulations. Crayola King says he's coloring the room. Alicia's in there, I think, as well. I think Ira, thank you for the super chat on the video before this. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We're celebrating. We have a bill that doesn't go anywhere. What are you doing to us, Nancy? What are you doing to us? You gave us a bill that we're already excited because we had been told that the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, had removed the $15 minimum wage because the Senate parliamentarian says it can't be in there, and she didn't remove it. Hey, what's going on, Lynn Glenn? How are you? And there is Ira, and there's Janice, and there is Stacy. What's going on? It's the midday show. What's everyone eating? Crayola King is celebrating. We're all celebrating because we got a bill that doesn't work. Congratulations. You got a bill that passed. It's a great day. We're celebrating Saturday morning with a bill that has passed that can't work. What country are we in? Are we in the country of Keystone Cops? It's just, why pass a bill that has something in there that's not allowed? Because the parliamentarian's wrong? Okay, she's wrong. Then what? We're going to overrule her. You don't have enough votes to overrule her. Well, if we don't have enough votes to overrule her, then we're going to amend the bill and take it out and put something else in there to give the minimum wage. Or why don't you just take it out on Friday? Sounds sort of obvious, doesn't it? It's, some things don't make sense with these people. $1,400. You're going to get $1,400 on the third stimulus package if you're an individual. $1,400 if you're a child. $1,400 if you're an adult dependent. $1,400 a child. Who are the children included? Yeah, the people who left the $15 minimum wage are the children that are included because they know it doesn't belong in there. No one in their right mind thinks the $15 minimum wage belongs in there, and now they've been told it doesn't belong in there, and their plan is to overrule it, and they don't have enough votes to overrule it. Children, that's your $1,400 stimulus check. Go home. It doesn't make sense what's going on this morning, and Wall Street has yet to open. But overnight, this was not what was supposed to happen. This is not what the president asked for. The president said, take it out. He said, take it out. He said, do not leave the minimum wage in there. Take it out. And they didn't listen to him. Why aren't they listening to him? The bill will include payments of $1,400 to the most individuals along the same amounts for dependents. Checks are paid to individuals who make less than $75,000 in income and go to zero for individuals making $100,000. So you get a check if, let's say, you make $80,000, but it phases out at $100,000. So everyone gets $1,400 under $75,000, and then you can still get a check all the way up to individuals making $100,000. There's $400 a week of unemployment assistance through August 29th. That's for FPUC March to August 29th. PUA, FPUC, PEUC are all extended from March to August 29th. Children won't be going hungry. Children won't be going hungry because there is a lot of money for children in there. There'll be a child tax credit that will be prepaid starting the month of July. Children 5 to newborn will get $3,600, pay $300 a month starting the month of July for 12 months. A lot of money. That's on top of their $1,400 stimulus check. A lot of money. $1,400 plus $3,600. You're getting $5,000 for each child. No limit on the number of children. Then, if you have a child 17 to 6, you're going to get $3,000, pay $250 a month, starting the month of July for 1 year, plus $1,400. That is if they don't hold it up because of that $15 minimum wage. Nancy's reaction: at a time for decisive action is long overdue. Yeah, decisive action. What does that mean? What does that have to do with $15 minimum wage? President Biden's American Rescue Plan is that decisive action. Good, thank you. Just get it out. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said it fails to deliver for the American families. I laugh when I hear that quote. I mean, Kevin, they're getting $5,000 a kid. How much more do you want to give to the kids? Chuck Schumer said this is once in a century health and economic crisis, but Republican leaders are maneuvering to get every Republican member to oppose the bill. Actually, Nancy Pelosi last night got 2 Democrats voting against the bill. 2 Democrats in the House voted against the bill. It provides an enormous amount of support for education. $130 billion for K-12 schools, $40 billion for colleges. Thank you for the super chat, Eric. I really appreciate it. Dancing Pear, there we are. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. I see our subscriber king is in the room. Make sure your subscriber king get those subscriptions. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe because this channel is now 24 hours a day. You're joining me on the Noontime Report here on LLite. The Noontime Report replaces home, or you can call it home as well. It's Noontime. That's what it's called, Noontime. It starts every day at 11 o'clock. There's Linda Cole. Hey, everyone. How are you? There's Myra. And there is Brother Joshua. And there's Crayola King. And there's Crystal. There's Abby K. Oh, no, you escaped again. I escaped. And then I'm back. Here I am. I'm back. I escaped. I'm back. And there's your president. He's back. All in my years, I am really proud of what we did, said House Ways and Means Committee Richard Neal out of Massachusetts. For those who ask, is this too much? The answer is no. $30 billion emergency rental assistance for programs like the homeless, as well as health care with big increases for Obamacare credits through 2021. Boy, on Friday, I detailed something which I don't think anyone has really heard before. It's a little complex for this recording, but something that's really great under the $1,400 third stimulus check package, which we never heard before, is the reduction of premiums under Obamacare and enrollment numbers substantially. You may be paying $12,000 a year. You could be paying $4,000 a year. This is something that slid in there that didn't get a lot of press coverage. I wasn't covering it. It's a great idea from your president, so it got in there. But Nancy Pelosi gave her press statement last night, as to be expected. She didn't talk about the things you expect her to talk about. She said, the numbers speak volume. 18 million people unemployed, 24 million going hungry. The time for decisive action is long overdue. 2 Democrats voted against it. This would be one of the largest plans ever passed by Congress, but it's been over 28 days to get this done. Representative Barbara Lee of California said on Saturday morning on the House floor that half of the measures won't cut it. This package is big, but the scale that families face is enormous. And that's absolutely true. So what can you get on the third stimulus check package? And what should you be feeling this morning? Hey, Alicia, how are you? There's Abby in the room as well. Dorina. Does anyone seriously think Congress cares more about helping the American people? Linda Cole says, send them money. Abby Kay says, hey, Crystal. There is also Jacqueline in the room and Gail. And thank you, Eric, for the super chat. The question is, why? The bill works. The bill works with $1,400 for individuals, $14 for children, $14 for adult dependents. You would get the check. It would not be taken out for child support, not taken out for back taxes, not taken out for anything else. You would get it within about starting within about 3 days after it becomes law. It could have become a law Monday or Tuesday this week because the Senate had said they were not going to make amendments to the bill. Instead, this happened. This is the Noontime Report, and in this Noontime Report, I give you 2 hours of programming. I'm back with you after this recording in about 40 minutes with the top of the hour with big developments about what's happening in the Senate. I'm going to go over what the Senate is planning with the bill on Monday and Tuesday. And then at the bottom of the hour, which let's keep track of where we are, at 12:30, I am back with a new show on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. That's a 30-minute show. So 3 shows in this 2-hour programming block of Noontime. And then, of course, I'm back with you on Afternoons LA as well. It just seems so obvious that $1,400 stimulus check needed, get it out fast. $3,600 starts to pay in the month of July, $300 a month. And then EIDL. EIDL pays out really fast under this bill, $5,000 exactly for any business who has less than 10 employees that suffered a 50% reduce of business because of this pandemic. That goes out in about 14 days after the bill becomes a law, approximately. You got to pull the provisions, but it's well written. That section is well written because it actually orders SBA to send out the money for EIDL right away. So the check would go first, EIDL would go next. Then you would have to see where other things would get paid out. But the question is, we're 28 days into this. Why belabor it for something else? And the president is going to have to really respond to this. Someone's going to have to ask him in broadcast media. You specifically said, don't hold up your America Rescue Plan for $15 minimum wage. His first comment was, I put it in there. I should not have put it in there. I don't think it belongs in there. We'll do it as a standalone bill. We will do it as a standalone bill. Who is the we? Because the Democrats now are not saying standalone bill. They're now saying amend this, overrule this, do workaround for this. No one's saying what he's saying, which is starting to look a little bit eerily like Trump versus McConnell, where Trump would say something, McConnell would do something else. Here it looks like Senate Democrats are doing one thing and the president doesn't want them to do that. That's the big question. Give them the boot. We need a purple power, says Ira. We do. A travesty, says Bonnie Keel. Angela says, push back. Check your mortgage forbearance timeline. Ask for more time, says David Farida. Good comment. This president has been very good with his executive orders. Despite Nancy Pelosi's opening comments that children going hungry, the president has done great job with SNAP benefits. Your SNAP is increased for 15% for 1 year. PBT is now national. Children are now included under the age of 6. PBT is now national. It's not national. This president has really tackled executive orders quite well, especially when it comes to SNAP benefits. Why not follow his guidance on everything? If he's guiding with this, then guide with that. Next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, of course, is that Democratic caucus where Hakeem Jeffries, this is not Hakeem Jeffries, but Janet Yellen is expected to attend. Hakeem Jeffries and Jose Aguilar from California, Pete Aguilar, sorry, will chair a conference to discuss new legislative efforts. Why not deal with those things then? Why? Get this done. Get this done. Get this done. And here's an interesting rub, is that most of the reports say that this is going to get still passed next week. I'm not quite clear which of these paths are going to get passed next week. What about hazard pay, says Joey. Was that Joey? That was Joey. What about hazard pay? Yes, $1,500 of hazard pay is in here. I'll have more updates for you on all the deal provisions in the third stimulus package. I'm going to go over them one at a time, slowly, shortly, in detail, because it's important to understand what is in that third stimulus package. So many details across the board, and stay with me right after this.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Late Daily for the excitement of the new LA Late live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
You know, I saw some of the comments during that commercial break, and some people were not happy. They're not happy with the revelation that a $15 minimum wage has been left in the bill. And there were a lot of questions of confusion. Does this mean stimulus checks are done? Danielle just asked, are stimulus checks done? I haven't received my second stimulus check, says Charles. Oh, Charles, you got to do that. You have to do the IRS tax filing. You have to file a tax return and go to the big box retailer, big box tax filers, file with them, and they will get it for you in 24 hours. But I saw some of the comments of procrastinator Pelosi, says Stacy. Take it out, says Crayola King. They stopped FPUC, and now they're not taking care of this. I see sort of the comments. Let me refocus you. You're getting a $1,400 stimulus check. Let's repeat it again. You are getting it. The question is what day. This recording is not to say you're not getting your stimulus package. This is just to say that it could have come by the early part of this week. We could have been done by Monday or Tuesday. Now we're not going to be done by Monday or Tuesday. That's the scope of the issue at hand. So understand that some people in the comments I saw in the video as we're live streaming right now at shortly after about 11:30 on the West Coast, was people were asking, does this mean we're not getting a check? No, you're getting a check. Does this mean the bill's not passing? No, the bill will pass. The question, the purpose of detailing the developments overnight is reveal that we could have been done by Monday or Tuesday next week, and instead we're heading down a path of battles that we should not be playing. The president has asked for these battles not to occur. Now let's cut back to the provisions of the third stimulus package. I want you to say motivate, positive, focused. I want you to push. There is that strange word that you heard at the top of this recording, amendments. There weren't supposed to be amendments in the Senate to the bill. So does that mean Purple Power can get back on social media and start pushing for FPUC retro? I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. If Ron Wyden, let's be very blunt about it. Let's go right at the point. I'm not going to dance away around the subject matter. Where's Ron Wyden? Where are you, Ron? He's here somewhere. But Ron Wyden, if here he is, here's Ron Wyden. If Ron Wyden is ready to do an amendment on Monday for $15 minimum wage, whatever he does, tax business or give business incentives, well then, Ron, do an amendment for $600 of FPUC. Do an amendment as for FPUC retro, as I saw Danielle asking about a second ago. Do an amendment for FPUC. If you're doing amendments, do the other amendments you talked about, Ron, just a few days ago. Do the amendments you had spoke about. Crayola King treating FPUC retro. What are they going to do with people with property taxes? Is this ever going to end, says Linda Cole. Well, if they want to open the door, we're ready to drive a truck through, aren't we? Because if we're starting to do amendments, why not do our amendments? Why not do your amendments, Ron? You said you were going to do FPUC retro at $600 a week. You said you were going to block the bill unless it was $600 a week. FPUC retro was $400 a week. Let's go over the other provisions of the third stimulus package. FPUC is $400 a week from March to August. It expires in August. Again, another provision Ron Wyden said he was going to oppose. He said, I'm not going to allow it to expire in August because senators go on vacation. They go on vacation in August. He said, I'm going to require them to change FPUC to be tied to economic factors so it will not expire. That's what it should be. It should be tied to economic factors. It should be tied to PUA and to long-term unemployment numbers that Janet Yellen talks about so much. In addition to there's money for rent, low income, middle class, homeless people to get into housing, and also mortgage assistance, meaning money for your mortgage. If it's privately held mortgage, you'll get money for your mortgage. Doesn't matter if it's privately held. This is the first time ever, so this is really great news. First time ever that privately held mortgage payments are paid out by a government assistance program. You would have to be generally behind on your mortgage or your rent or your utilities, which is also included as well. Hazard pay, not the $10,000 hazard pay that we have been waiting for over a year from Nancy, but there is hazard pay. $1,500 as an earned income tax credit if you made less than $25,000 2019 earnings, really needed. Then there's $1,700 for college students, plus their $1,400 stimulus check. Everything is plus the $1,400 stimulus check, obviously. And then there is a lot of stuff for businesses. Ira may have, one of the viewers, Ira may have heard sort of the surprise revelation from this president, that PDF that I delivered to members. If you're not a member, come on, become a member. You need to, these are the documents you want. The member link is at the top of the chat, also in the pinned comment and over in the description. Members last night got a document from the president, says the third stimulus package now has in there a grant to go start and innovate a new business. Where? Where? Can someone find it for me? I've looked. I'm going to look again. The business section of the bill is very short. It's only less than 10, 15, 20 pages long. It's not that long. Additionally, establishes $5,000 for an EIDL grant. So if you have a business and have less than 10 employees, 50% reduction of your income, you can get $5,000 exactly within about 14 days. PPP, another round of PPP. There's also money for closed venues, and there's a Navigator program. The Navigator. It's followed up with the Aviator program. And the Continental program after that. Yeah, and there's going to be a movie star that does the commercials for The Navigator program helps navigate you to find those grants because there's so many out there. Rolling my eyes. Yeah, why can't you just tell us where they are? Why do we have a program to find them? But there he is, thank goodness. And there you go. Why not get this done, Nancy? I mean, why hold up something so beneficial as this? Let me read some of your comments. They should make it work today, says Carly. They should. I mean, they're in session today. They were on the House floor today. They should get it done today. I'm opening my taco truck for my purple family, since someone just said. Get this done. It's not law yet. I want my check in my bank account. The $50 minimum wage shouldn't be in there. Selva. Who is Biden listening to, says Donna. Really well said. It's not who is Biden listening to. It's why aren't they listening to Biden? Biden said, do it this way. Go from A to B to C. They're not going from A to B to C. And the continuation of Noontime LALATE back with you in about 40 minutes. I'll be taking a break for about 20 minutes right after this recording, about 4 minutes from now. But in about 34 minutes from now when I return, you're going to see what the Senate's doing on Monday. And everything the Senate's doing on Monday with Ron and Bernie, here's Bernie, is not what the president asked them to do. The president specifically gave them instructions to do it a certain way, and they're doing it a different way. And so it's not so much why aren't they listening to why isn't Biden listening? It's why aren't they listening to the president? Norma, thank you for the massive super chat. I love it. I really appreciate it. How are you? Good afternoon, Dean Powell. How are you? There. That was me, Crayola King. Hello, Crayola King. Laura, so true. They can't get it together, says Mary. They knew this a long time ago. It isn't that hard. That's a great comment by Mary. She's absolutely correct. They knew the parliamentarian was going to say, take it out. The president said it 2 weeks ago on CBS News on prime time. He said it shouldn't be in there. We're going to do a standalone bill. They should get it going. And love you, LA, says Cardi. I love you too. Oh, Carly, I love you too. This is what they should be doing. They should be taking it out and prompting it for its readiness. Instead, they're not particularly following the president's instructions. So what could happen next week? And what should you do? What I want you to do is stay with me. And if you did not watch Purple on Mornings LA, Purple is now on Mornings LA, and it's back with me on Afternoons LA. This is where we cash checks. We don't track checks. You understand now the significance of Purple, especially in lieu of the events overnight. We thought that $1,400 could be going out next week. We'll see what happens now. And I want you to ensure that you're not financially dependent upon whether Nancy leaves something in or doesn't leave something in. Because ultimately, the big issue is there money available right now? There is $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 available for rent, utilities, food, and more right now. And that if the president doesn't want his Democratic leadership in the Senate to stay on point, then I want you to get this money available right now. Love the new set. You're the best. Well, thank you, Laura. Thank you for tuning in. There's Reds. Yes, Danielle. Good eat God. No one could stand Pelosi. She's not right in her mind, says Terry. This Nancy says the president. No one's listening to the president. Yep, says Maggie B. Danielle, kindergartens listen better. Very well said, Danielle. They don't listen, says Danielle. Danielle also said. There you go, says Norma. Miss you. Because it's Nancy. She's just ridiculous, says also said Danielle. There's just a lot of questions, and I hope to have more answers for you. So join me on the continuation of more of the Noontime LALATE. I'll take a little break for about 30 minutes, and I'll be back with you at about 12:05. Lot still happening. I'll have more about what's happening with Congress and the senators as they set a new plan across the board. With so much happening, stay with LA for more.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LA Late.